much worked. So the stump is basically out. I hope so. If there is any kind of, oh, you can see there is like few still need to chop it off, but I think it's gonna go way easier, and the chopping is gonna be way easier than from the top. So I'm just gonna now chop all the small tiny branches. So that's gone, so we're gonna just split those into firewood, and this goes into firewood. Only this stump we're gonna go and throw out. So we're gonna clean up the mess, chop some more of these branches, then we're gonna replant that bush and that small tree. It's like a cherry or something. So the one tree is done. We just removed second one. Was a bit easier and way faster. I don't know, took like half an hour to remove it from the stump. We left it like almost like 3 meters of wood sticking like the main tree. That way it's gonna be like way easier to move it, and basically removed it. We have some leaves, some sawdust, so we're gonna just put everything inside, put the dirt and put back all the grass, so it will look nice. All the wood was splitted, all the ground was made up real good, nice and flat. There's a bunch of branches, there's some nice firewood. Here is also all nice. Almost the garbage needs to go away. All the metal we've collected our entire time, we placed it here. Tomorrow we're gonna start demolishing this glass garden. So we done with the garden. Everything looks legit. Everything is nice and level. There's no hills, no nothing. absolutely everything pulled out from the ground, cut up into pieces. For some, I'm gonna keep it. For like trashy, this like sheeting and everything, gonna move it to scrapyard probably, but that's later on. So now I just bought a seeds for the like a grass, so I'm gonna plant those. So how do I like to do it? I'm just simply taking it from the box, just like that, and just start sprinkling around. As you can see, nice and pretty even. And that should do. Right now the weather is like plus degrees, somewhere between plus 5 Celsius and plus 10, I believe. I saw one day it's gonna be like plus 13, so at least for like 2 weeks in still plus degree weather. And I mean it's kind of wet. It's like always this kind of smog in the mornings, so that should do a real good job for making these to grow. So yeah, and for the bigger one, what you want to do is just throw it just like that, and make sure you do it evenly. On the corners, on the edges where you can reach it, you can just sprinkle it. It doesn't matter much, but if you don't want to step on a soft ground, you can always just throw it. Just as you can see, this like mark, easy, gone. All the grass are planted, and right now what we have is actually for the shed underneath. Probably saw underneath this shed there's 4 metal poles, which is basically placed like from the end like 45 centimeters, and same over there, basically like even support for the whole structure, so that we, you know, not in a different weight. So what I'm gonna do is actually like 1 meter of this end is gonna be filled with some firewood, because we have it a lot, which I'm gonna pick it up, only the dry ones, and we're gonna place it all the way at this end. So what I want is I actually gonna place underneath some bricks with a black roofing material, so it won't get wet from the brick, from the ground to the brick, and not into the wood. So I'm gonna place at the corners and probably on the middle like 6 bricks probably. Getting late a bit, I just painted the door, so for inside I only paint 1 time. For outside, same as the house big entrance over there, I'm gonna paint 3 times. Now this is a second time, so now only the sides are 1 time and the front are 2 times. So gonna paint the sides and gonna paint the front. Also, I have placed the bricks underneath, and as you can see, there are some bricks. So there are 2 at front, because this is like the lightest part, then 2 in the middle, and 3 on the back, because on the back, over there on the back, we're gonna put some firewood. Basically, that was the day. It was a pretty promising day. We did a lot. We got the garden, I have painted the doors, placed some bricks, like made the entire place look nice, placed some seeds, so everything is nice. Tomorrow I think we are going to place the firewoods and this pile, some in the shed and some outside, and we're gonna cover it. So that's the plan for tomorrow. And yeah, basically slowly getting there, getting everything done nice and shiny, as you can say. Again, see you tomorrow. Alright people, so today is kind of different day. For past like a week the rain is pretty much killing me, and the last things needs to be done on the house and all the around the house is actually the outside work, and right now I cannot do it because it's constantly raining for like a week. So I decided to talk about things, what we're gonna do next. So for this year, as you probably saw, we basically finished the house, we finished the shell, and we are now protected. It has the doors, it has the big entrances. The windows are not cut it out yet because we, as you see, we don't have a windows yet. So when we're gonna have those, then we're gonna cut out the holes and then we're gonna fill it, because now there's no point of cutting out and filling back in. What's next? As you probably saw also, because this house is from wood, and at the summer or at late summer it started some days rain, some days not. Basically the wood has moisture, like few percent, it definitely has, and I don't want to start to put the isolation, electrics and everything else. So for this year, for this like winter, let's say, we are not gonna do anything. We're gonna leave it like that, so it will dry up. It will, as you probably know, the wood when it's wet and when it's drying is starting to kind of move a little. So if we're gonna finish up everything on a slightly wet wood, it can start cracking, it can start, basically we're gonna have a big problems. We wanna avoid that, of course. So we're gonna keep it for the winter like that, the outside shell. We're gonna see how it will perform, how it will like sit, you know, because it's a fresh building, fresh concrete and everything, so it will definitely need to sit for a bit. We're gonna leave that. For the outside, all the dirt, everything nice and even, everything is flattened. Only the branch mountain is kind of left on the outside. That's gonna be gone in a few days. I will order a truck, it will deliver outside the city, and yeah, so basically that's it. With the shed is almost also finished, like 98%. Only the doors needs to be sealed, but because it's rainy conditions I cannot do that. So hopefully we will wait for at least one good day and we will try to make it possible, because the work that needs to be done is like, I don't know, half a day if it's good weather, but right now it's raining a lot. So anyways, I will show you some videos about this year's project and hopefully you enjoyed it. So for the house this year, the episodes are finished. The house project on day 50, that's where we are. I never thought about this, that eventually we're gonna have this massive house, which I'm really excited. Now I'm sitting on a loft, so that's really cool. So thank you for watching, hope to see you next time. For the house, it's going to be next year, definitely. And yeah, thank you. Don't forget to like, press the subscribe of course, and see you on the next episodes.